One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Cyclones' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Let's talk about Alabama. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Oh, the ball is wiggled free near their own goal line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide.
Heel off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Gives it on the option. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Man, I do not want a guy that can dance, blitz. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll ride the hot hand. Still on his feet at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
That's caught. It's pulled. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Working that left side. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Running back searching for a hole. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's Klein. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon.
And it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
And he added the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turning it on. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to...
And the ball's out. Who's going to get it? Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the 1st punt. He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. First play of the period, first down here. Off play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. To the air, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Alabama comes to the line on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Open space at the 25. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Crosses to 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Finds a spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, man, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
And the Cyclones have this offense rolling. Just keep slinging it. They're setting up the screen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Quick completion on the out.
I think sometimes offensively, you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cyclones!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Given 96 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on third down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Russell. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Klein. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Cyclones can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive points.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
To the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Lets it fly. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
The run from the shotgun. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
And the Cyclones are flying down the field. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Wants to go up top. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Makes the grab at the 10. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Dropping back, it's Russell. Safe completion on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens, but running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
After that last completion, it's second down. Rides to back and leaves it. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Throwing right. Working the big fella to the corner. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide? And I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Alabama. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Fielded in the end zone. It's a mark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. It's Lee. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The Cyclones have it with a first and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. We both try to catch it. A lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job on the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball in the ground.
Got it set up on the outside. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Offense gets set for second down. Might be changing the route. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Rides the back on the option, the give. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The play action fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Got rid of it just in time. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Cyclones will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Hauls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And when you run screens, it's important that your quarterback buy time, so you can get those linemen out in front and try to really set up the screen. He bought time to the last possible minute, took it on the kisser, but made the completion.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. This one's complete. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. Powers through the defender.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
How about that catch and toe tap to get the 1st down? They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Looking for a deep man. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Finds his man in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown time. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That adds their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Grabs it in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. Be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To give as they work on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.